Mulai. Good afternoon, all participants. Good afternoon, August sir.
Afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, sir. Please start the session, sir. Coefficients are also added, sir. I will inform you, sir. So whenever sir wants to tell, I will inform you, sir. Please start the session, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So I can start now?
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon, all my friend, Indian coach. Be healthy and be happy for this situation here. I hope you always healthy, all your family also. So I'm glad and Anna can sharing and with the Zoom class here. So I get with start with yesterday we have not much time about the lecture, our lecture. So today's repeat again about strategy. So strategy, it's mean we talk about our player have a smart or our player have a intelligent something. So intelligence is the most important aspect in a badminton match. Why that like this here? Because badminton is a fight for who's more clever, who's more smart. Because if we have just like a play badminton, if we play until 3 sets, set 3 is about only 2 things, about the physical and about who's the smart. Because why I said the smart? Because if you play first set until second set until third set, all player here can show the special and then also the weakness here. Opponent also same thing like that here. So not about the about stroke, about here something here. All about physical. If your physical is about if you have not good enough or opponent more strong, you will lose. Number 2 is about who's more smart. Now, only 2 things. And then we're talking about strategy. But first, our player must understand how is the weakness, how is special for our player first. And then how many you have a style of if you play something. So if you understand about your weakness, about your special, about your goodness, and then about your kind of play something, if you clear enough, and then understand what you do in ourselves, so definitely you can read, you can understand how and what your opponent have a special or weakness on how is type something. So something like this here, just like you must understand yourself. If it's okay, and then you can read, you can understand your opponent also. So normally player have a from now, badminton direction is the world now is normally have 3 kind of type. Now take a look. Some player have a good smash and good weapon, a good speed or something here. So player like this here is an attack player. Normally attack player, he must understand and then he must clear enough about his style. So if our player have a weapon, our player have a special like this here. So first type is a attack player. So when this attack or just like a opponent understand and then opponent ready to defend and then defend more good or something here, you must change. What is type number 2? So normally if an opponent have ready to defend, he just focus, receive, only defend. So give it first. Give it first. So make opponent have a chance to control, have a chance to attack. And then if like this here, a defense must be not in 100% have a focus with the opponent. So like this here, so type number 2 is a defend and then goose attack. This is from player have a attack style, and then style number 3 is a control. If a defend goes attack, if a attack and defend goes attack is not working, try to make rally, try to make control your opponent, make tired first or something here. And here you must have just like a explosive, just a killing or something here. So normally have a three style. So about the stroke player, normally also first how he can show up this style when he play. First, stroke player is how can make opponent first make control the opponent, make tired the opponent. Yeah.
Sir Agus sir, sorry for interrupting sir. Sir Gopichan sir also added sir, just for information.
Okay.
Okay sir, thank you sir.
So I repeat again about strategy is our player must understand first himself. Kind of if a attack player, so he must have at least two type or two kind of the style. If not, have 3 is complete. Yeah, I repeat again. If attack player first, it's just like a focus to speed and focus to attack something here. And then if not working, he change, become defend goes attack. Why defend goes attack? It's normally opponent ready about defend. Normally opponent ready about our type. So give it first. So give it first. Let your opponent control and attack. If do like this here, opponent must be have a less about focus, less about the strategy about the defense. So in here, opponent must be have a defense not so good. So number 3 is about attack player. Control must be good. Make opponent tired. 6 or 7 corner. 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and then 2 in the backside, and then 1 in the body. So the seven corner here make opponent make tired. And then here, and then when our player have a stroke player, number 1 is a control, make opponent tired, control about 6 or 7 corner, control about drop, smash, clear, and then dominate in net or something. Make opponent tired, make opponent running here. When he tired, when he mistake, and he have a return not good or something, and then we have just explosive or have a kill him something. Number 2, still even use attack player, even use stroke player. Number 2 normally is a defense goes attack. And then for stroke player, number 3 is a hard attack, just like an attack player. Service, return service. In 4 or 6, you must have a point in something. Make it hard. Make it try hard. This type of kind of the about strategy something. So first, you must know what our player have a style first. So just like an attack player, if you go to the tournament first try to like a aura, like a energy, like a focus here. Try to until 90 or 100%, not just only in the middle or first time in the level play. Start only follow something. No, must have a focus. Service return service. Oh here 6 or 7 rally you must killing or something here, because attack player if don't have aura like this here, if opponent can control him after finish tournament, after finish the match here, as attack player just like a sleep or something. He cannot just only change the aura or something, change the focus or something. It's difficult. So is what I mean is a attack player is more important is the first he must be can show up his play, and then it's and aura must be like this in here, and then get little bit slow, get down, it's okay. But if start from the beginning like this here in the middle here, go up, it's very difficult. Is what can I say is many is under pressure. So if a player under pressure, back to make control, make a pressure again, this is difficult. So that's why attack player he must be aura must be high first or something. Nah, stroke player and then control player a little bit different. The first time in badminton training is difficult is about control and stroke is something. So that's why in my training here first program is about how you control your opponent, because in badminton is about intelligence, it's about your brain, about your smart. It's a fight for. It's more focused for. This is a number one fight first, because attack player more easy. If he just like blank, if he confused or something, he just more speed and then more powerful, it's okay. But stroke player is difficult, because stroke player is how you dominate your opponent, how you control your opponent, not you under control the opponent. So that's why he's more difficult. So training for attack player and training for stroke player more difficult is a stroke player. Nah, until that, some strategies maybe I can sharing like this. Also, strategy is about how you use control, how you use rally, how you use net, how you use net is mean in the front, how you use and dominate about the left, right, back side, and then in the front side, yes, and then how you use attack and defense, and then and then how you turn from attack or defense go to attack here, and here just variation is this is you our player must be what you call it, clear, hafal ya, clear, understand, and must be good. Nah, if you like this here, so coach call this strategy is alive, not just some mistake over here, and then confused or something here. No, the play is alive, something not that something. Yeah, this is about strategy. So important is we know yourself first. Yeah, we know yourself first. How we weakness, how we special, and then how many you have a style, and then in what situation your style cannot work, and how many in what situation your style can use, in what situation your style cannot use, cannot work something, and like this here, how you can turn. So that's why yesterday I talked about what is different about strategy, tactic, and strategy. Strategy is mean we talking planning before go to the match, but tactic is about how you change in the middle of the in the middle of the play, in the middle of the game, something. So maybe Coach Kopi can be more explain, and then maybe decision about strategy is more better is about asking and question. So I'm waiting for that something. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, August, Coach. I think very good explanation. For all of us who are, and let me put this up quickly, there are more, I don't know how many coaches are attending today. Probably there are about close to 600 coaches who are attending. So if we were to break down strategy for senior world level badminton, or are we talking about junior, sub-junior, state level, district level. I think each coach
How to keep the opponent?
Sir, Agus, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, maybe due to some internet problem, Gopichan sir,
Okay.
video and audio is not audible. So please, for few minutes, just continue, sir. I will talk with J. Gopichan sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Please carry on.
Oh. Start about still strategy. So I'm waiting about some asking, and then I will make a question. I will make an answer.
Any question?
Any question? No. Now today talking about how strategy. How to improve our speed, just like many. Yeah, first about from physical first. This about how we training, just like running, like we training something. This is just only help when we do it like this here. Number two, we must have our player have a have a speed first or something.
Yeah,
here.
hello.
Okay. How to play? Sorry, how to play with against a stroke player? Stroke player based from he want to control, he want to control, and he want to make opponent running something here. So you must know, we must know his control from what? From net, from clear, from something here, normally something here. So attack play. So if we meet just a stroke player here, we must know what the special from control player first, something here. And then in here we must sometimes we must waiting first is okay. Yeah, and here try to back attack. So normally just like his control from power, from drop and clear something here, something. So sometimes we must have a guess. So that's why if we meet the stroke player, we ready our body, our footwork more prepared to fast to prepare. Now something like that here, how to back attack and back control again. So not just only waiting. If just only waiting, a stroke player can be more control, and then everything is but no not going well.
How to play enough strong, how to delivery strategy. How to play enough strong and how to delivery strategy.
Delivery ya?
Yeah, Agus sir, Gopichan sir
Yeah.
joined again. Gopichan sir.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I think I lost you because of the connection. Well, I hope you can listen to me. Well, I think first and fundamental is for players, and yeah, I think I should mention this. We're all, as coaches, training different people at different levels. So if I were to actually talk strategy about one particular kind of player or one particular kind of coach, uh, players whom we coach, then it will be very difficult to tell strategy. But I think broadly we have to understand that whether we are training national, state, district levels, there will be levels which are different. अगर 12 साल का बच्चा है तो उसका स्ट्रेटजी अलग रहेगा और अगर वो 17 साल में है तो अलग रहेगा. So that is something which we need to understand whether the kid at what stage of it. So early in and this comes back against to the anatomy, to the physiology of the player, whether he is an attacking player or a defensive player. I think for us, it is very important to understand the player, and the player has to understand what the kind of game he has. So broadly, there are three different kinds of games. One is an attacking style of game, which has primary people have a big smash or a finishing stroke from the back of the court, and they're able to be explosive and get to the net quickly or get to the smash position quickly. So that is one kind of players who are there, typically attacking players. World badminton will also have some players who are exceptionally strong, who will hit and get to the net. That's the kind of players. That's one. The next kind of players will be defensive players who are primarily defense, but they can also attack when an opportunity comes. But they are not only defensive players. So दो तरह के अभी मैं बताया players हैं, एक जो पूरा का पूरा attacking मारे और दूसरा जो डिफेंसिव रहे पर उसको मौका मिलता है तो मारे. अटैकिंग प्लेयर्स ऐसे होते हैं जो अपॉर्चुनिटी को क्रिएट करते हैं और मारते हैं. डिफेंसिव वाले ऐसे होते हैं कि पहले डिफेंसिव खेल लिया, जब अपोनेंट थोड़ा सा थक के अपने आप में अपने को अटैक दिया तो अटैक करता है. And the third kind of players are players who are rally players. I'm not saying completely defensive players, because that kind of game is not possible at the moment. We had players in the past, Ichuk Sugiarto or Hanjia, people, Abin Sham Gupta in our country, who were basically runners, who would keep running, who would keep defending, make the opponent tired, and then win matches. But that thing, with the present point system and the players in the world level, is not a style which is available. But there is a style which is a rally player. Players who are still able to rally with deception and play strokes. So each one needs to be having their own strengths. So the attacking players will have a strength which is primarily smash, maybe a little less on fitness, but the fitness drop should not be so much that oh match khatam nahi hoye. The match does not finish. Defensive players will have to be exceptionally strong in their defensive capabilities, but also will have to have good endurance as well. Whereas rally players, in addition to having good endurance, they also need to have very good court sense. And these are things which are important for each style. So as a player, as a coach, we need to understand exactly where the player is, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are. This is something which I think we need to be very clear about as coaches. The second point is, which I'll just address, it is not that players who are attacking will not be, we cannot change their games. Pehle, where in the beginning we had players like Lindan who are out and out attacking players. But as time went, they adapted and became defensively good as well. And now Lindan is probably the second kind who will be defensive, and then when he gets a chance, only then he attacks. So that is the kind of change which people. Momota was primarily more defensive, but today he can defend, but also opportunity come, he can attack. So people can change from one style or keep adding. But if you need to be a top player, you at least need to have two styles of game, if not three. At least you need two styles of game. So you need to be having those styles which are important. So this is very, very important for us to understand that each one needs to have an overall game. भला ही शुरू में एक ऊपर आने के लिए, एक स्टेज आने के लिए एक स्टाइल चल जाएगा, बट अगर वो विश्व स्तर पे खेलना चाहता है तो उसके लिए 2 या 3 स्टाइल्स ऑफ गेम्स रहने की जरूरत है. ये हमें मान के चलना पड़ेगा कि जाते समय कहीं जूनियर सब जूनियर में एक स्टाइल भी होता तो भी चल जाता है, बट अगर वर्ल्ड लेवल में वो अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस करना है तो उसको ये जरूरी है कि उसकी 2 या 3 स्टाइल्स जरूर रहने चाहिए. Over to you, Agus coach. There are a lot of questions coming up. I think we can take them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Continue. Yeah. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
So yeah.
Sorry, sir.
So from the first day, we're talking about many about stroke, about physical or something. Yeah. About now about strategy, and then everything. But first, don't forget, it is just only talking, just only say something. Number one, if we play, if we play, go to tournament, just like a match or something. Number one first is mental first. So if mentality not good enough, we cannot talk about strategy or something like that. So now as a player like Kopi Chan said, now player number one in the world is is a Momonta. Many player have many thinking about if you play with Momonta. Some player afraid first. Some player think about, wow, maybe tired. Some player thinks about, wow, my physical not enough. My strategy, he's just like a wall. He's just like a god or something. So that's why number one, everything before talking about everything about is mentality first. So before I just more explain about our player. Who's called Sai Pranet. Style of Sai Pranet, it's make Momonta is not enjoy. It's not because as Sai Pranet also have a good defense. Because of Sai Pranet, if he play, he have a prepare already just little bit more backside. So like this year, if Momota also have attack something here, Sai also always can give me back. Sometimes follow like this here and then good attack. So that's why if you see the record of the Sai Pranet with the Momota, Sai can win 3 times. But I don't know now because I have last two match have a loss or something. So here must be we take care of our player here, just talking and then make program something here. But his style make Momota not happy. His style make Momota more thinking here. If I meet Sai Pranet, I must ready for tired something. Just like this because Momota style is normally just like defend, good attack. But and Sai also have a good defense. So that's why Momota must be have some follow some have a make Sai running first, just like a drop or control first or something here. But as a Momota, sometimes not have a a good drop. Only in 10 drop maybe just only one or two have just like a near net. Normally, just only fast roam, yeah, little bit far away from net something. So that's why it's make Sai not too difficult something. So that's why talking here, just talking. But first, our player have mentality ready or not. If not, difficult. If yes, ready, we can talk about winning. Even just only have a small opportunity, still can win something. And then now as we move to how to prepare for match in tournament. So first, I want to ask you first, what is the purpose of the match? Purpose of the match, normally I talk with my player, when you go to tournament, too much is just like a weight training and running, just like a basic something. This is good or not? Number two, physical is about special physique for badminton. This just like a movement, and then about explosive or something here, and then how he explore the court or something here. If we are not good, so we have some good thing for beat our player, our opponent. So it's what is the purpose of the match? The number one is check our training, check the result of our training. Number two, check the opponent. So number three is continue to learn overcome the difficulties in the match, because difficulties of the match, it is just like a mental training for how our player can be more standard, can be more high, little bit high, until he become top player. This is something about he must take follow every time. And then how we learn about overcome, learn about the handle of our player have a tired. So try to learn how to handle when fatigue or tired something. So that's why always uplifting it yourself, keep spirit, just talking to yourself something, always thinking positive way, positive thing, and then get rid of all negative thought. So just like a audience or something here. So this is about how the purpose of the match. Before match, we have understand about this first, and then how to prepare for match for in tournament. Some player have different ways. So sometimes make it free, not just like a young player, like a teenager or something. Coach must be have every morning you must wake up doing like this, doing like this. For senior player, do the free way. What I feel, what the habit of the player here, something. Just like is a I just make a sample about some player, just like Taufik Hidayat. When he go to tournament, he not going to anywhere. He all day long sleep, always sleep. Just like when he play at 3 o'clock, maybe sleep and then wake up at 11 o'clock. So he can take some lunch and then prepare, and then go to tournament. Sometimes just only warming up, just only little for Taufik, but many sleep for Taufik. So when he go to the field, when he go to the stadium, the face is just like a bright, just like full of light or something. This is just like player just like nervous, just like a player have too tired something here. Also the eyes also just like a bright something here. Different thing. And then my player just like Hendrawan is a different thing. Even when he play until 12 o'clock, until 1 a.m. in the morning, next tomorrow morning, he always wake up 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning. And then he just wake me up as a coach, and then make just like cooling down, or sorry, exercise, warming up or something. Only just like a gymnastic or something. This Hendrawan style. So all player is different. Also I have experience when in 2001 with Coach Kopi, when world champion in the Sevilla, Spain. My room is beside the sorry. My room is beside the swimming pool. And then I saw the Kopi coach before as a player, just like doing yoga. And then I'm watching him. It's about 30 minutes. It's just doing yoga something. It is beside of the swimming pool. Nah, like this year, it's just like a habit of the player. Maybe Coach Kopi next can be more explained. Nah, like this year, do it freely. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want to do? Something. Yeah, it depends on the player. Depend on the habit. If a teenager player, a small kid player, something here, coach just do like just do as an order, something is okay. But senior player different. And then I want to talk about how to prepare for match in tournament. So all player must be understand about how to pemulihan apa? How to recover energy when he play something. You must understand because about pressure, about nervous thing, about everything get pressure to player here. Some player have forgot how to breathe, how to control your breath, something here. So I get very simple like this. If you do play just only fast, in 5 minutes, you just like all tired, all body is tired, something. In here, you must have a recover. It's me in here, you must be understand what things, what other things that make you can make you membuang tenaga, make you waste your energy. Just like this. Sometimes if play and then love or play start and then have some mistake or something, and then some player take it the shuttle something here, and then he walking too fast, something here. Now here make energy fast, that's waste energy something. So coach must be understand something. Take it slowly, walking slowly is okay something. So player must understand what make other side, other thing make he waste the energy something here. Now, before I make change the subject about how to prepare for match in tournament, because have many how to food, how to everything about it. I think maybe Coach Kopi can be more explain something. Thank you.
Thank you, August Coach. Thank you, August Coach. 1 second there. Okay, thank you, August Coach. I think he's clearly mentioned a lot of things. I think one of the fundamental things is the preparation for senior players can be very varied as possible. Somebody like a Tawfiq can get away with getting up at 10 o'clock and then preparing for his match. Somebody might like to go do warm up before a match, play on the court. For Saina, it is very important that before a match, if possible, she gets to play on the main court where it is done. For Sindhu, she likes to do a warm up and play before they have a match. So typically as coaches, if they have a match at say 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, then we have breakfast, then just go to the gym, little warm up and then go. But if we have a match in the evening, then we go to the gym, get a chance to play a little bit, just touch all of the points and strategies in the practice and then go for a match in the evening. So different players have different preparation times, but that is only known when you become transition from a junior to a senior level. So we as coaches of say junior, sub-junior teams have to ensure that there is a certain discipline which is followed. And my personal opinion is that if you say that we have training at 6:30 in the morning, then everybody will sleep on time the night, or you can tell them that you have to sleep by 9:30 in the night or 10 o'clock in the night. But if you tell them that there is training at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8:30 in the morning, then it is not possible for us to dictate what time they sleep. So it is very important for junior and sub-junior teams to be specific as to what you have to do. For senior players, they can find their own rhythm and then adjust accordingly. Whether they want to train, whether they want to rest, whether they want to go to the gym, whether they want to go to the court and play. These are different options which you can have for senior players. For teams, for junior, sub-junior teams, I think be clear that in the morning to get up and warm up is a good thing. But if people have 4 matches in a day, 5 matches in a day, like we have in our qualifying tournaments, then we have a lot of matches. At that point of time, I think it's important that you conserve energy and make them do simple, some stretches or something, so that they don't feel very tired. I think these are 2 things which are very, very important for us to understand and be clear about. I think as far as preparation is concerned, the preparation for a match is very important, but the preparation for the tournament is what I think we have to address and practice. If the player is starting to get tired, we have to address that issue. If the player doesn't have enough strokes, we have to address that. If he doesn't have enough speed or strength, we need to address that. These are fundamental things which we need to keep addressing during training, and this is not only match specific. These are a few points which I think Agus coach has mentioned. Over to you, Agus coach. Thank you.
Okay, I have continue. Yeah, suaraku aja. Continue. And then so how to prepare for match in tournament also. Now is we do the part quickly. How the food, how the time the food something. Normally before tournament, 2 or 3 hours before, many carbohydrate, bread, red rice, or just like you know, this is kind of habit also, just like egg. Yeah, long time ago, only what half egg. Now because the reason of the healthy must be boiled egg. Why like this year? Because if tournament need just like the white one, not the yellow one. Yellow one is the fat something. The white one for good for muscle, explosive or something here. At least have you know, get the habit. I told my player normally in the morning must be have 2, get a boiled egg, hard boiled egg, but only white. My player Simon Santoso normally have 6 in tournament. In normal day you have a 3, but in tournament you have a 6 going to white, hard boiled, only white. And then get some fruit here, and then milk, low fat, and then water. Do not eat just like a fat and then high protein. Do not. And then 1 hour before just like a banana, something here, yogurt, free fat, something here. And then half an hour, just water, not too much, only enough. And then when he play, normally play is have a rest in 11 point or 21 point, something here. Have a time, some banana is okay. Just like a kismis here, kismis. No, yeah, just okay. Just like a banana. It is eat banana and then it's some like a juice drink, something here, no sugar. It just make opponent get ready to accept. And then ready to become energy something. Then don't forget after play or something, because in badminton not just like a football. Football the match only 1 week one time, and in badminton we have sometime one day 2 time, and then 1 day 1 time. Normally like this year. So after match, you must have understand what important food getting inside to our player body something. This about food. And then how to deal with tension. Yeah. Some player, not some player, many player in important tournament regular or something here. Normally, because we have human, normally have a nervous or something. So how to deal with the tension? How to deal with the nervous or something? So some player have many time have a P. Some player many time like a frequent or defecation. So something like that here. Some player like my player before Haryanto RB, many sweat in the hand, either here in the body something, in here something, many sweat something here. So something like that here, just a normal for get the habit of the player, something here. So something like that is normal. So when your player have a take P many, it's okay, just do it. If your player maybe junior player, oh many stomach very ill something here. Now, how the coach make confident more something here. Don't say like that. Are you afraid or something here? Something like that here. Don't say like this or something. Make your player make more stress something here. Say just it is normal. Just do it. It's okay. Not just you. Every player, your opponent also do like this or something here. So do just say off positive way something. And then some player is just like listen the music. Kind of music is up to your player. Some rock music, some soft music, some pop music is up to him. Something. Some player need more just like a slow music or something. Yeah. Nah. For me, uh, I'm like a rock music. Maybe I'm singing or full volume, full yeah something. For me, it's okay. So some player have a different thing. So then everything is how to under control. Yeah, everything is just like a joke. Don't know too much. Jokes with the player, with the other player, something is okay, but don't too much. Nah, before we mau focus in tournament something. Nah, and then number 4 is important is how your mentality ready. Just the way like this here, just like a technical and physical, technical in a stroke. It's just the way, but the physical is just the basic. Yeah? But the mental is the main thing. This is important thing. So mental must be your player must be more ready. The most of the time there's a playing in mind. Yeah, the most have player have thinking in mind is normally just like this. Don't wanna tired, no patience, and then cannot thinking. My head just like a blow head, just like a blow. My head cannot thinking like this or something. And then have a thinking in my mind. Oh, my opponent very strong. My opponent cannot die. My opponent just like a wall, something here, something. This is just the mind of the make opponent make more strong something. So this is just only state of mind. Now, our player must be must be strong and we understand like this. So talk with yourself before talking in the mirror. Just only more confident to ourselves something. So just like this in the court, who's more strong stands tall. Yeah, he can win something. Just like you know when in Olympic in the World Champion is a time if we play is very long. Who's make siapa yang berdiri terakhir? Who stands tall? Who's the last stands tall? Sorry. Nah, just like this here. So our player must be ready. So who last to stand tall? He must be win something. So like this here, I think it's before I take another about how, because here's the way how you become more focused, more concentration. What kind make your player more concentration? Before like this year, I go to here. I hope Coach Kopi can be more explain about before I tell something. Thank you.
Sir, Agus sir, Gopi Chand
Yeah.
sir left, sir.
Oh, okay.
There is another meeting, sir. Please, you come to the meeting, sir, today.
Okay, and then I get continue.
Yes, sir.
How the way of the many ways to focus, how many ways to concentrate. Number one, the eyes must be really attention about your opponent. Really watch and then attention the shuttle. Where's the shuttle here? We go to here, something here. Don't fool around about the audience. Don't fool around. Don't fool things outside of this. So just only see the shuttle and then the opponent. Nah, the eyes must follow something. Even the audience, many crowd or something. Even just like the wind, make disturb. Just like the light. Wow, this side here no good light. There's something here, something. Ignore them. Just focus your opponent and then just focus with the shuttle. This is number one. Get focus in concentration. And then number two, you must know about from what your opponent have attacking something. Where they come from the opponent have attack. From jurus apa? Lewat jurus apa ya? From how style? Oh, from net. Oh, from smash. Or from transition and then become net. Before he take it to attack something, we must understand and we membatasi. We must understand and then we must make stop the opponent. Arrange. So understand, yeah. So just like a player attack, he attacks from net. So from the net we must focus. Sometimes we give it first. Sometimes he strike first. Sometimes we move first, and then sometimes we give it long first, and then we be ready in the so he cannot attack something. Something like that. I'm sorry, my English, yeah. And then number three, how style of the defense. How to come back of the defense? Oh, on the straight, he cannot cross, he cannot lift on the straight. So a player like this here, your player must be after attack just moving in the forward because your opponent cannot cross or something. And then how we divide our mind. I mean, if you play attack, you just focus on the attack. And then what attack from? Yeah, if you defend, just focus full defend, not just only attack and defend. Some say together in mix in your mind or something. You cannot. So just focus in the attack. Your focus attack. When become defend, automatically you just only automatically you know when this comes something. When you focus in the defense something here, don't focus in the attack. When opportunity coming here, it just automatically become attack. Just like this. How you define your mind. Difficult things is the hard way thing is if you meet player, if you have a focus only one style, it's very difficult, very strong, just like a wall, just like a Chinese wall, something here. Very difficult. So and then number two is about how you focus, about concentration is about you know, just like a critical point, one last 2 point here. It's more focus, more here, something here. Yeah, more brief about service, more here, something here, and then more understand about everything in the critical point, something. Yeah, and then number 7 is how you change. This focus here, focus about concentration. Yeah, it also how you change in court. This is also important. It's about the concentration focus. 5 point, you not change. 5 point, you not point, change your style, change your your style, something, something like this here. So I think it's enough for today. Maybe I come back to Mr. Gopi. Oh, Mr. Gopi is nothing. Yes, okay. I come back to Oscar something. Yeah, thank you, Oscar. Yeah, thank
Sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, Sai participant, please start giving your attendance in chat box. Please, all Sai participants, please give your attendance with your name, designation, and center. Those who gave the attendance, you can leave the session, please. Evening 5 to 6, sports science session will be there. Please attend that section. I will circulate the ID in all WhatsApp groups. Evening 5 to 6, sports science session is going on. Please watch that section. I will circulate that ID in all WhatsApp groups. I am requesting all Sai coaches, please give your attendance with your name, designation, and center. Those who completed the attendance, please, you may leave this section. Session will continue 1 more minute. Please, those who completed the giving attendance, you can leave. Thank you. Okay. Thank you all participants. With this, I'm ending the meeting. We'll meet tomorrow. So please attend the sports science session, evening 5 to 6, or take that Zoom ID in your WhatsApp. Okay, thank you. Thank you all.